Hi, everyone. I'm Mitzi, and welcome to Lifesizing Aging Gracefully for the 50 Plus. We'll learn to do more and be more in our homes and in our lifestyles by making peace our motto. You're wondering, what is she talking about? Well, I will explain all that as we go along. But first off, let's talk about what is life sizing. There is a short video, it's on our page for this group that will explain from whence it came. But the Cliff Notes version of what life sizing is that it is um, designing your life for the appropriate life stage that you are in. Another way of putting it is sizing your life for the life stage you're in. It's really a very simple concept. Every life stage is different and it needs to be sized differently. I developed this uh, term with a friend of mine, Joanna, and it was back in the early 2000s. Actually, I put a trademark on it, and every 10 years, excuse me, you have to renew a trademark. So that's how long life sizing has been an endeavor of mine. Never really did it seem more appropriate than right now to put some meat behind what life sizing is. So we're gonna size our lives for what stage we're in. There are major differences really between the 50s, the 60s, and the 70s, where I am right now, me and Bob. But there is also one major commonality that I want to talk about in this launch today. And for some of you that have read my stuff or heard me speak, you know where I'm going with this, don't you? That is the triple A's of aging. Our attitude affects aging. Probably you all more than anything else. I have observed, and I'm sure you have, that there's people in their 50s that, oh my gosh, they act old already. Their countenance is old. Their attitude is old. Their behavior, what they say, I can't do that at my age. Baloney. We're going to debunk all that old mindset, stereotypes about what we can do as we age. And age, we're not just aging, right? We're aging gracefully. But you know, our attitude is just like we get dressed in the morning, it's a daily choice every single day. And what a lot of people do not, um, I guess, accept, maybe acknowledge, whatever, is that our thoughts control the way our life will go. Now, I'm here to tell you, I get it. There's circumstances that make all of our lives um, challenged, okay? We have certainly had a lot of challenges ourselves. Some of them I will share with you, not all of them, but I'm here to tell you we have not had a perfect life. I haven't had a perfect life. But you know what? I am going to choose my attitude to be one that will allow me, help me, propel me to age gracefully. So, enough about that for now, but we'll be back on that. Now, let's talk about each decade, how differently it is. It's our energy is um, a different, I want to say a different animal, but it's different in our 50s than it is in our 60s and for sure in our 70s. I've had people say, Mitzi, how do you have so much energy? I really kind of think that's funny. I mean, I do, but I have to make it happen, you all. It's not just like I do nothing and I can just keep on going. I need a lot of sleep. I go to bed early. Um, I get teased a lot about it. But what a lot of people don't know is that I get up super early, and I know some of you do too. But um, it's another misconception that as we age, we don't need a lot of sleep. That's another wrong set piece of information, we might say, that we know more now about aging than we ever have. And getting sleep is critically important. I won't go into all this right now, but that's when our bodies repair, and especially our minds. A lot of people in nursing homes are getting antidepressants when really they're just not getting enough sleep. So, another battle we fight in these different decades is that weight gain, right? I know. Um, I live it. And it's harder now that I'm in this decade. But that's why we're doing all this, is to share what we've all learned as we've gone along in these different stages of life. Aging and weight and all of that is a battle, and we need the right weapons to win this battle. I'm going to share with you almost everything. Well, I can't think of too many things unless they're too personal, what I won't share with you, but I'm going to show you how I cook, eating healthy, lifestyle, all of that. I'm going to share what I do, how I do it, and the most important, I think, to you to really make it a life change would be why I do what I do. Okay? This is going to be about in our homes, it's going to be about in our lifestyles. Uh, all of those are exceptionally critically important. I think a lot of people don't understand how our homes really do affect our aging. I have so much to say about that. There's a lot written about our health and how it affects our aging, of course. But we're at the tip of the iceberg for most people, how our homes affect our aging. And I'm not talking about a total redo or having a gazillion dollars thrown at your home. No, these are easy things. We're going to talk about new products for our homes and our lives. For instance, I was just telling my neighbor um, about a shower head that I meant to get while we lived in Wichita, where we've moved this year to northeastern Ohio. And I'll have a lot to talk about that major big life transition. But what I started to say was that Wichita had hard water that affected my skin and my hair, just as where we live now. And I was telling my neighbor that there is a shower head that has a water filter in it. And it's at the big box stores. I'll be able to give you the detail of what the manufacturer is, but it's very reasonable. And why is this important? Because see, here it is again, the what I do, how I do it, and why it's important. Why it's important is that our skin is the largest organ in our body. So if we're having a water filter on our drinking water, why wouldn't we want a water filter on what goes all over us all the time? Little sidebar there, but that's just a hint of all the things we'll talk about in our homes. We're also going to talk about clothes and shoes, my favorite, and skincare. Side note, just a little humor here. My brother has a real wit, and somebody asked him, "Has Mitzi had work done?" And he said, "Oh, yeah, they did a lot of work on their house." So I'm not saying I never will, but you know, to date, nada. So you all can share what you've had done or are you thinking of doing or whatnot. Um, I'm filming this in my studio. or live video, I should say. Um, this is our loft. I call our house, we call it our last best nest. And it has been a challenge, but it's been such a wonderful adventure. But I will be showing you all over the house what we did and why we did it with our downsizing. We're going to talk a lot about downsizing. It is something that is everywhere all the time, and this is not just for those that are moving. Downsizing has a lot of ramifications in our lives, many that I think will surprise you. We're going to talk about function and storage in our homes and how I use the A, B, C spaces that I've used to help clients or people or whatnot. And I think that will be a real asset for you all. So, in closing, I want to say that this is for everyday. I don't want to say ordinary because none of us, no, none of you are ordinary. Everyday people. This isn't necessarily for the rich and famous, although they're welcome to join us, right? But this is for us, everyday people, how we can go to a higher level of living by learning more. I also, in closing, would love if you commented and just say where you're from and what you would like to know or what you want to share with us. This is something that is part of being a group, and I will read every comment and take them seriously as to what I hear from you all. So, as we close, until the next time, let's all be more to do more in our homes and in our lifestyles by making peace our motto. Bye bye.